No, I think it's like, we start off, first episode of the year. That's kind of how the vibes was. Last time we talked, you said we are going to go to a wedding.
Yes, and
Mhm.
we did, and it was actually really fun. I had I had already imagined that it was going to be fun, but
Mhm.
it met my expectations. So
Yeah.
every once in a while, you plan something and it's like, oh, it has so much hype around it, and then it's like, oh, it's all right. But no, I feel like we had fun.
Yeah, no, it was cool. Like it was great seeing especially seeing friends who I
Yeah,
had seen, and like you don't get to see them every day recently. But seeing
exactly.
everyone like look their best, it's nice. And the
Yeah,
reception
put
was
in the
good.
effort.
The people who talked were funny and
Yeah,
like
and
had
funny.
good energy.
It wasn't too long. I feel like some people they always take it too far, and it's always like, oh, great, we're gonna be here for like a half hour. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
The reception itself was like, I think it was like around 30 minutes. I think max. Like if,
Hmm.
and dude, I was like, I had anxiety the whole time that during the ceremony because I was like, because they had the little party poppers or whatever that was gonna like once they walked down the aisle, they're gonna. I was like, I was here fumbling with it because it was packaged. Why would they give it to me packaged?
Yeah,
It was packaged. I was like, I'm gonna make noise. Like I'm here trying to find a time within the ceremony to make a little noise to open the wrapper, and I'm like, and then they give us like candles and stuff. We're supposed to like light all the candles here, and I'm like, and it's already dripping wax, and
yeah,
I'm having more anxiety than the people getting married here. Like, what's going on?
yeah. I saw you like
Yeah, I
crinkle
was
the
like,
package trying to open it during the
yeah,
reception.
yeah. I was trying to find a good like it was all speed. It was like one thing right after another, so I didn't find a good time to. I had to. There was one point when everybody was laughing, that I was like, oh, it was perfect. Everybody's laughing. Let's take advantage. I'm like, I'm out here trying to like hide a fart. You know what I mean? That's basically
Oh
what I was trying to
man.
do.
Yeah, no, that
Well, anyway,
wax
with that
scared the
intro,
shit out of
hey
me.
everybody, welcome to the Virtual Lost Podcast, first show of the year.
Yeah,
Isn't it
year
exciting?
two,
Year two,
episode 36. It's
book two,
book two. Was it episode two? Like
episode
Walking
two.
Dead style.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh,
But yeah,
man.
no, it was a good time. I didn't drink as much as I could. I think I got a headache a bit after the wine and the Moscow Mule gave me a bit of a headache.
Well, let's just say I had a headache for like 2 days.
An extended headache.
I had an extended headache. But that was fun for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
it was a good time.
Except for, like I don't know why, but I don't know if it's like weddings or something. There's always like some kind of drama. There's always something happens. Someone's missing. Someone's here. So, you feel
Yeah.
me?
There's always the question on like who's getting married next in the friend group. And like mentally
Yeah.
I'm just like, friends are getting married, friends are having kids, and then like
Yeah.
I'm buying figurines at this time. Like I'm not in the conversation right now.
Yeah, I'm barely planning to move out of my parents' house.
That's an interesting thing, by the way. Like I feel like our generation is very much like pushed to like get out of the parents' house early.
Well, yeah, that too, and it's also, I mean, it also depends on like your culture too, because I feel like a lot of Mexican homes, from personal experience, they don't really care too much. They'd actually rather you stay.
That is true.
Yeah, so it's a little dichotomy there. Like I like grew up here in like these in the States. I was born here in the States. So like I have a very like a mentality of like being American, but my parents have like they came from Mexico or whatever, so they have that kind of mentality, and and it clashes sometimes like in regards to things like that. So it's pretty interesting because I know I've wanted to leave since since before college. I've always been like set on leaving, and I did for like 4 years, and then COVID hit, and that's like insane, and like everybody had to come back, and it's like, oh, that's wild.
I know. I remember like when I first got in college, I was like, I'm right when I graduate, gonna move out, big city, completely independent. And then I was like, I don't have the money for this shit. This ain't possible.
So that's a little yikes there. Yeah.
Yeah. I also calmed down like in those 4 years. I was like, living in my house ain't too bad. It's really nice actually. And yeah. But yeah, I noticed like a lot of people are like, pushed, or like when they go into or before they start working, they're like, yeah, I'm gonna, get a job and immediately move out. Yeah. And, it's just a little interesting thing I noticed.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I feel like as an only child, like I feel like I was kind of like always felt like I wanted to leave. Like I don't know. I was always pretty independent. So
makes sense.
but I'm excited. This year it seems like that might happen. We'll see. We'll
Mm-hmm.
see if everything goes my way. It never seems to do that, but
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Hey,
hopefully this time.
when you move out, are you gonna start streaming finally?
If I have better internet than I have now, we were talking before the show, and I thought my internet, my service provider was like really like hitting me hard with the data caps or something, or like, you know, with the speed caps, but I realized today that I was paying for like no up speed, you know, no upload speed. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I was here blaming Xfinity, and it was my fault the whole time. I was here capping. I was here, like, you know, going over my maximum.
Yeah, I was like,
I
what'd you
didn't
say
even
it was? It
notice
was like 200 download, like 5 upload. Like,
yeah, it was like 5 upload. I'm like, that's impossible. How am I paying for 5 upload? And I am paying for 5 upload.
Yeah, that's not enough.
Yeah,
You need like
that's not enough. I need like 20, 30 at least or something.
I'd say 15 is a good amount,
50,
like a decent amount.
At least, man.
Yeah. But yeah, no, 5 is you're scraping by. That's
I'm
tough.
scraping by.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how I'm doing this show right now.
I know it's surprisingly going well for the recording end of this. Yeah, no, but I think yeah, when I move out, I'd like to stream a bit. I don't know. There's a lot of like side projects I want to do, but it's just like.
Do you think with my trash internet, I could like at least do the current meta, which is literally just streaming shows? You know what I mean? Just watching TV shows.
Your download has it, like the
my download has it.
It could handle watching. Was it like Hell's Kitchen or whatever the hell what's the show with Gordon Ramsay?
Yeah, it's either Hell's Kitchen, MasterChef, Kitchen Nightmares. I did used to watch the shows a lot. So I do know the Gordon Ramsay extended universe. You know what I mean? Because there is an extended universe.
The lore,
yeah, the lore books. Yeah. I have some of the lore books back over here.
Yeah, but that man don't know. That man don't know about Twitch.
That's a good clip. There's a clip where Gordon Ramsay, or I think someone in one of his shows is like, "I'm a Twitch streamer." And he's like, "What the? I don't know."
He just says,
"What the fuck is Twitch?"
Yeah,
in his Gordon Ramsay voice, and it's like a big old mega lol to Twitch, which is actually kind of funny.
Yeah, and
it's actually kind of funny.
It blew up because Yeah.
Little
does he know how many people are like just farming his shows for content.
Big true.
Yeah. It is the meta.
But now it's getting worse. Okay, now it's actually getting to the point where it's like scary, where it's like people are literally just streaming. This guy still was just streaming Naruto. Yeah. There was another big streamer streaming. I think Home Alone, just straight up the movie.
Was it during Christmas though? Must have been during Christmas because
I think so.
That's a tradition.
Someone was streaming Lord of the Rings, just straight like they were sleeping and they were streaming Lord of the Rings. They weren't even watching it.
Yeah, we're getting towards a point where shit's about to get hard.
Yeah,
hard
to justify.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the DMCA, like when the first DMCA strikes started happening, where it's like the people who have the copyrights are like, hey, we can.
It's gonna be another apocalypse type of thing. Well, it wasn't it's gonna happen just like it did on Twitch before with the music stuff, right? Where it's like all the VODs were like you have to take down literally all your VODs and stuff.
Yeah, it's probably gonna happen soon, and then it's gonna end up becoming like a list of shows that you can actually watch on Twitch.
Yeah. Is Lee gonna release a show that you can watch that you can react to?
You can watch Arcade, DMCA free Arcade.
That's something that League would do. Riot would do that type of stuff. I see that happening.
Well, they did do. You could watch the first 2 episodes or 1 episode of Arcane when like it first came out. You could watch it on stream. So it might happen. Next season might just be completely, watch it.
Completely DMCA free. That's fucking hilarious. Oh man.
Yeah. I'm expecting it to. It's because it's like going kind of like wildfire and like the show.
I mean, Twitch is literally right now like the Wild West of like content creation or internet, society or whatever. I don't know how you want to call it, but like. It is the Wild West there, so with all that kind of like policy and stuff like that, it's not as regimented as YouTube is because YouTube is pretty strictly like
Google
regulated.
behind it.
So yeah. So we'll see what happens. I hope Twitch stays fun. That's all I hope.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like this meta though, because I don't really like watching TV shows with other people. I don't know. That's just me. I know other people might be into that.
Wait, for the streamers you've watched that done this, do they pause during the show?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I haven't seen them actually do it, so I think they just like binge. Pretty sure they just binge. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, do they watch it subbed or dubbed though? That's the
that is.
If they're watching anime, are they watching subbed or dubbed?
That is true, actually.
I'm actually surprised they would be doing anime because I've heard like Japanese companies are pretty notorious for like taking stuff down and stuff like that.
I can imagine
being pretty like protective of their copyright and stuff.
I can imagine just like any series or any show like kind of being strict on it, especially international. If you just a whole bunch of people are farming in the US, just watching your shows with like no drawbacks. I don't know. It's gonna hit hard too. But I don't know what the ideal meta is, if there is one.
And we're gonna talk more about some anime specifically, or Japanese media, some manga you've been reading after this commercial break, so I can turn off my heater that is burning me alive. Thank you. I'll be right back.
All right.
There you go. And we're back.
Sorry this man survived the drought.
Yeah. They had me cooking in here.
I know. I've been reading a bunch of manga, and right now, or manga / light novel, and kind of like the two tropes I've been like seeing a lot of and like reading is like the villainess trope.
Yes. I actually heard about that. I heard I've seen one of the animes because I as you can tell, Robert is the manga reader of the two of us, and I am the anime watcher, the anime weeb, if you will. Mm-hmm. And I've seen the main one I've seen was I think one of the more popular ones, or one of the first ones to come out, which was My Life as a Villainess, All Routes Lead to Doom, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That was the anime that came out that was of the villainess trope, and I thought it was actually pretty cute. It was really pretty like funny. Nice.
Yeah, the villainess ones are pretty like. There's a mix of like they're fun. Or like that one specifically is like funny, or it's just and you're telling me about that one. And
that one has. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. And
because this isn't a spoiler. The main character is dumb. It's dumb. Yeah, but in a funny way.
Yeah, there's that trope.
She literally she has a nickname, which I think her actual name is Katarina or Catalina or something like that. And her nickname is Bacarina or something like that.
Oh, just like as people call her that?
That's what like the fans call her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. The villainess trip is fun. And then the other one that like I'm seeing like I'm reading series that has like some crossover with that is the Ultimate Game trope. Yes. And for those of you who don't know what that is, that's basically like a dating sim game, but oriented for just like the harem is guys basically. But the thing is, like the series I'm seeing is a lot of them are like isekai into an otome game, and they always end up just being like some side character, or they end up just trying to avoid like what the main storyline is.
They don't want to be part of it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been seeing. Where it's like their personality is kind of like impacted by the character they're taking over. Right. But then they're trying to keep that in check while also not being part of this dating sim. Is basically it's a fun time. It's been fun.
That's good. It's like I got reincarnated into a otome game, and I just want to be an NPC or something.
You're not actually wrong. There's one that's called The World of Ultimate Games is Tough for a Mob, and the guy is basically just an NPC who doesn't appear in the story, and he's just trying to he actually does something that like affects the main character, like takes something that helps her growth or her like development as a character. So then he's trying to bring it back on tracks because he basically like nerfed her.
But he knows the routes or whatever. He knows the game.
Yeah, he knows the game, so he's just
Mm.
like, I need to get her to a point where she can save the world, basically.
Right.
Because I basically screwed everything up early
Right.
game.
Right.
Yeah. The man
Oh,
almost
man.
threw the run is what that
He's trying to
series
bring
is
it
about.
back. He's trying to do all the, you know, all the side quests to get back on track.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those ones have been fun to read. And then also one of my favorite series got is getting a sequel, which I'm not crazy on. It's because
I would be excited if my favorite anime got a sequel. But okay.
It's not my favorite anime; it's my favorite series. Because it's like it's the books that I love, and the anime is like good. But
anime's fun. I've actually watched anime for this show. It was fun. It was fun for me. I thought it was fun.
So yeah, it's not like I probably shouldn't say like I'm not happy on it. It's just like I'm happy that some people get to experience the series, especially going further, because they just released the Reminiscence arc, which is like a flashback onto some of the history on the characters. Mm-hmm. They released like a TV special,
some of the
on New
lore
Year's.
in the background lore.
Mm-hmm. And then now they're doing another season production, so I'm excited for that. But I don't think I'm going to watch it just because I'm probably going to listen to.
I mean, technically, you already know what happens, right? Because you read the manga or the light novel. Right.
Yeah, and
is it a light novel or is it a manga?
It's a light novel. It's interesting, like, because like it's a light novel and manga, but then there's like 7 different mangas because they're doing all the arcs at the same time. Basically, is like different.
So it's kind of like is it a certain magical index or whatever? They have like 3 going at the same time, something like that.
It's not like that because it's like you're saying like Index and Railgun where they're 2 separate stories. Exactly. No, they're like doing like arc 1, 2, 3. Like there's arc like 3, 5, and 7 getting a manga at the same time because if they were to do it chronologically, there's no chance that we get to those later series.
Right. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. That must suck for I'm assuming they have the same like writer.
They don't have the same artist.
Oh, okay. They don't have the same artist.
The writer doesn't really matter too much because it's it's based off a light novel, so it's more important on the artist.
Right. Okay. I see. I see.
But
interesting. Did you ever see the name? Wait, you said the name of the
the irregular magic high school, Mahoka Koko no Retosai is, I believe, the Japanese name. Probably mispronounced it though. Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And now, congratulations to all you Bitcoin miners out there. How you guys doing? The new NVIDIA cards just dropped. We know that you're going to get them before we even have a chance to.
Not dropped, announced.
Announced, my bad. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting a little too excited there. I'm building a new rig this year, so fuck all you guys. Yeah, I know you're going to take all my GPUs. I hate you already.
You ain't no way you're buying the 3090 Ti, dude. That's just like they're projecting that thing at 2,000. That's more than my current PC.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Hey, get a job in NVIDIA.
Yeah. Oh man.
Can't stand it. One interesting collab I saw this week though was between OPI and Xbox. Which
what's OPI? Could you
that I'm not gonna say it until the end because that's why it was shocking to me. Because it's a collection of colors for Forza and Halo. So like Halo, it's skins, and then for cars for Forza. And you buy a physical product, and you get a redeemable code for these glossy armors. Okay. And
cool. I'm assuming it's armors and car colors.
And car colors. Yeah.
Right, okay. Interesting.
And OPI is a nail polish brand. So
interesting.
That was an interesting one I saw. So you can buy these like nail polishes, like at Ulta Beauty, I think only in the US, and they give you a redeemable code, and that same color is like a Halo skin. The Halo skins look pretty nice, not gonna lie, because they're like glossy, like the nail polish.
Right.
And from my experience,
they're gonna have gamers going to the Ulta.
Hit up your local Ulta Beauty. Hit up your local Sephora.
Hey, yo! If any of you gamers out there have, if you're into nail polish, or you have a significant other that's into nail polish, we know you don't, but still. Go to your local Ulta, man.
Yeah, it was an interesting one I saw because I was like nail polish, but then
I just
like
want to
when
see
I
a
saw
line. I want to see a line of gamers at an Ulta.
and a lot of the ones are I think they're only online right now, but like half the
Okay.
colors are sold out, and there's some
Funny.
some fun color names. There's like you had me at Halo.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Quality jokes.
Quality jokes at the Ulta Beauty. That's where I like to go to get my stand-up comedy at the Ulta Beauty.
Yeah. Because like we went from our generation of like, Mountain Dew and
Mountain Dew
and Doritos. Was it Doritos?
Yeah, Doritos,
bags as the two times XP?
It was Doritos and then it was Taco Bell, I think. Taco Bell had some stuff. Yeah. I remember Taco Bell having some stuff.
And then now we're going into.
Yeah, it was like how was it? Get double XP weekend when you buy a
Baja Blast.
Baja Blast, yeah. Yeah. I remember those commercials, man. Oh my god. Or they'd have the really bad version of Mountain Dew. It was like the Code Red and the what was it?
Don't you dare disrespect Code Red, man.
No, but it was. I like the other one. I like the blue one.
The blue one was pretty decent.
I forgot what it was called. The name of it. It was called like fucking supercharged raspberry or something.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna have like an aneurysm.
Yeah, Code Red was
aneurysm
good.
apple or something.
Code Red was good once a week. If you had it more, you were getting a headache.
More like once a year, dude. That's like you were gonna get like a heart attack. Are you kidding me? I just gotta look it up real quick. I could probably.
The Mountain Dew flavor. But yeah, it's interesting seeing what other collabs they're going into for redeemable codes because the Mountain Dew and chips is kind of like it's the standard, right? And it's the association we make. I don't think we're ever gonna have association.
Voltage. It was Voltage. I remember
Voltage.
Voltage. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Voltage. I remember because I used to drink it as a kid. I remember being in junior high drinking this and going absolutely nuts. Like I would actually be like off the walls, like with anxiety. Oh man, that's like the origins of a lot of stuff.
Yeah, dude. Mountain Dew like hits internally, like
it does hit
like no other. Where you're just like you could feel.
You can feel it, yeah.
You could feel the.
It's been like 10 years since I drank that, but yeah, I still feel it now.
Yeah, you're basically just drinking fuel at that point. It's ridiculous.
Motor oil.
Yeah, just some straight motor oil. Keep the process going.
Right.
Yeah. No, I forget if I talked about this on like way early episode where it's like, who was the first one to make that association between, Mountain Dew or like chips and, gaming.
Yeah.
And, now it's a staple, but way back then it was just, you wouldn't think of it anything.
That was MLG. It was like literally, it was like all the
Halo.
All the MLG compilations or whatever on like Halo 3 or something.
But yeah, so it's cool seeing an experiment on like what products you can associate. I'm not gonna say like nail polish is gonna be like the poster child for gaming, but I mean, it would be an interesting association to continue.
Yeah, it seems like they're also trying to get like maybe a wider demographic or something, or maybe a different demographic than traditionally game companies go for. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I wonder if there's anyone who's like just buying it solely for the redeemable code, and they're just
that would be interesting, and just like giving out
because they're like
hey, anybody want anybody want this nail polish?
Here's this nail polish. I just end up in my house all of a sudden.
Here's the real question: how many people get into nail polish because of the Halo collab?
That's true.
The opposite way.
Yeah, people.
I'm flipping it on its head.
People wear nail polish.
That's what you get here at the Virtual Lost podcast. We're making you think different here.
Philosophical questions.
Yeah, philosophical questions. You never know what's going to happen when you watch the show.
The real question is, what's the next item that tries to get partnered? Like what kind of item? Apparel, accessories.
That's a good question.
Would nail polish fall under like beauty and cosmetics? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
These are the
real questions.
We went from food with Mountain Dew and stuff to now beauty and cosmetics, And then what's the next one?
I'm gonna say that if you open a new bank account, that's
at Chase.
Chase.
Oh man,
you get an exclusive item depending on what your balance is.
Your credit score.
Your
credit score gets you naturally sets your rank.
It's credit karma. Credit karma.
Credit karma get you gold in League of Legends.
Yeah. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I just got my booster for my fucking vaccine, so I'm feeling it a little bit. So I'm gonna head out. But thank you guys so much for joining us on the first podcast of the year, of the year of our Lord 2022.
2022. It's
episode 36.
36
of the Virtually Lost podcast. I hope you guys are all doing well in this new year.
Oh yeah, have a happy New Year, everyone.
Have a happy New Year, everybody. See you guys later.
See you next week.